Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Ban Tin, last name spelled Tien, Executive Assistant Chief for the Houston Police Department. To my left, I have one of the night commanders, Lieutenant Izagari, and to my right, I have Sergeant Rossell, who is one of the supervisors in this area of responsibility. So what we have is a multiple shootings involving at least 5 victims. 2 are in critical, 3 are non-life-threatening injuries. And the incident occurred at approximately 4:30, 4:35 this morning at the 9200 block of Gulf Freeway. To put in perspective, it is in the southeast part of town and at a shopping strip at the northeast corner of College Street and Gulf Freeway. What we had is at approximately 4:37 p.m. this morning, while officers out here were conducting a separate investigation nearby, was approached by a group of male and females running out of a bar, flagging them down, advising them of a shooting. As such, our officer immediately responds to the club right behind me at the 9200 block of Gulf Freeway. At the same time, a 911 call also dropped, which led to a code 1 as a shooting in progress at the same location. Fortunately, our officer was nearby and was flagged down, was able to approach the scene, make it safe, and most important thing is to provide first aid, critical first aid and life-saving measure to one of the victims. I truly believe, because of his action, this is why the victim is currently in stable condition. But again, he's still in the medical center. It's still getting worked on by the doctor. So let's keep him, and actually both of them in our prayers. So what we have is basically it stemmed from a disturbance between 2 males. 2 males is a suspect and a victim. The suspects actually confronted the male, the victim, and his friends in the parking lot and presented a gun. The victim was able to convince the suspect that, it's not necessary to use a firearm. If they want to settle the score, they do it the old ways, go to a fist fight, whatever that may be. So the suspect momentarily put away the firearm, and they believe at the time, at least according to witnesses at the time, the scene was resolved. So the victim and his friends went into the bar, and subsequently, shortly thereafter, the suspect followed them in the bar and presented a gun again and discharged multiple times. As a result, 5 victims were shot. One of the victims, that was the initial victim that was confronted by the suspect, and he is currently in the medical center right now in critical condition. As I mentioned, just a quick recap, there were 5 victims total. Fortunately, it appears all of them will survive. And again, this is a preliminary investigation. But here's the deal. The suspect is known by sight and sound by the victims. I will assure you we'll make this a priority, and we will get him in custody soon. Any questions?
So the other 4, are the other 4 innocent bystanders that were just patrons?
So this is all preliminary, and this will be part of the investigation. Yes, it is believed that, they're either A, with the victims, or they are innocent bystander inside the club. You can only imagine, right? How, packed it was at the time when the incident occurred. But, our investigators from the Major Assault will respond to investigate and thoroughly investigate. And our crime scene unit will also respond to process the scene. Most importantly, our Vice Division will be out here to document the scene. It does appear that, alcohol is involved in this particular incident.
There have been multiple shooting calls to the same location within the past couple of months. Is that something that they'll also be reviewing?
Yes, I was informed of that. There are a few calls that dropped in the last month, maybe not at this particular location, but in the vicinity of. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that will be part of the investigation. That's why our Vice Division is responding. My chief will make this a priority, his priority, to ensure that we shut down all these kind of illegal activities down. But hey, I do want to mention one thing. We, the city of Houston, cover over 600 square miles. There are a lot of neighborhoods with those after-hours, so-called after-hours bar popped up, and sometimes most of them are not under our radar. So with that said, I encourage the public, when you see those kind of activities, please let us know. So we can dedicate the resources as necessary to at least, mitigate some of those problems we have. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.